Hey guys, we're just going to do the post-weekly analysis. So I'm just going to start from Monday on the 26th. So in the morning you can see that I was just giving the directional bias for some pairs for the week. I did try and enter on ACHF and AU at the open, but they gapped up without me. So that was that morning before market opened. I had marked up AUDCHF, and this is what it ended up looking like. So that one played out quite nicely with the directional bias. And this was AUD-USD before the market opened. I said it's probably just going to rip off the open. You can see that we had the gap up on the chart, and it carried on going on AU, EU, and GU up until about Wednesday, and then it started shorting after that. Then with EU, I said we might have a pullback first before it continues longing. And off the open, it just carried on longing with not much of a pullback, very mild pullback over there. And then again, once we hit Wednesday, it started reversing and coming off a bit. And before the market opened on Monday, I said EA was probably going to continue shorting. So that was the EA markup. You can see as well, it also gapped down, pulled back a little bit, and then continued shorting. And then the last one for Monday morning, I was on the weekly chart for UJ. I said that we are probably going to long up to take that range of that weekly wick. And now that the week is closed, you can see that we did take the high of that wick and we closed above it. And then on Wednesday morning, I had said that I was looking for reshorts on UJ. So I'll just jump to the chart so that you can see why I was looking for reshorts at that time. It was the dirtiest move, but I got some profit off of it. Okay, so this was the morning over here. And at that time we were grinding pretty sideways. So I'm just going to leave the markup here. And I'll show you, even though I've got my overlay marked as the 12-hour candles, we were 12-hour TPM bearish at that stage, but daily actually was also a bearish TPM candle. So I was looking for the top wick of potentially a second bearish candle at that time. And you can do that on the 30-minute or the 15-minute. You guys know how I look for it. As long as price is above the open, you can assume that you might be in the top wick of the second daily candle, which price at that time was above the open. Look, the 15-minute wave wasn't anchored. That's something that I used to look for in the old methodology, but it was above. And I thought I could get away with something cheeky there, and I did. I literally call that move as it dropped. I don't think I was on full risk. I think I was on half risk. That's the move that I got then. And then after that, you can see that it continued longing to take that range that we had said we were hoping UJ was going to take towards the end of the week. So Aaron actually called this long position over here. I'll just show you him calling it out in the Discord. So you can see it says, we now think that UJ has a move higher from here. And what is the date there? Date and time. So in the morning, Thursday. All right, so let me just zoom in and get that. So he entered after that call about lunchtime. He made the call about here. So if you go down to a lower time frame again, you can see that it is either a 15-minute anchor or a 30-minute trigger wave that's giving us that. And again, you want to be longing underneath the higher time frame open. There's both a 12-hour and a daily open in this case, so you are catching the bottom wick of a daily consecutive bullish candle. And like I said to you, we were targeting these highs to be taken. So I think that was a perfect trade by Aaron. I think he was just targeting a fixed 2R, and it obviously smashed that, and it would have been a lot more, but you just got to lock in your wins where you can. And then a pair that I don't usually look at was your CHF, and I did lose that trade. So that was towards the end of the week. I think the week had already had its best moves. But anyhow, guys, that was our post-weekly analysis, and looking forward to next week. Just let me know if you've got any questions. Thanks, guys.